Hey everybody, welcome back to Edina Vlog. I'm your host Josh Sprague with Edina Realty in Edina, Minnesota. Episode number 18, we're here in the beautiful Braemar Hills neighborhood. We're going to do a neighborhood tour, Facebook question of the week, market news, and of course an interview with a local business, which this week is Cindy Montgomery from Show Homes. Come along. Our tour this week is of Braemar Hills, which is a collection of 400 homes just north of Dewey Hill Road, west of Cahill Road, and south of 70th Street. Great little neighborhood that fronts on Braemar Golf Course and Braemar Park, and it's filled with woods. Great elevation changes. As you see us touring, you'll see the street go up and down, and that's a great walking area. Average price in the neighborhood about $500,000. Usually 15 to 20 homes a year sell, and there's a great variety of houses. You have 1970s and 1980s kind of custom built 2 stories. You've got multi-level splits. You've got ramblers. You've got just about everything mixed into the neighborhood. So a lot of good housing choice options. But the proximity to the parks as well as to Lewis Park makes this a favorite place among shoppers. On to the Facebook question of the week, which this week is, are you a bull or a bear on the 2012 real estate market? Answers vary across the board, but I gotta say, people, in general, people are bulls this year. They have great reason to be. I certainly am a bull. With the sales activity up so high and inventory levels staying about the same, with that type of relationship, you can expect price to be driven up. As price goes up this year, or at least stabilizes, then more sellers will get optimism and jump into the market, and we can expect a more balanced market even after 2012. So thank you so much for participating as always. I'd love you to visit both of my Facebook pages. I'll show them right here. The first one is my personal page. I have lots of family pics, lots of real estate information and tidbits, new listings, travel information, and so on. The second page is my company page. That's going to be more real estate specific information, sales activity, and so on throughout the marketplace. So thanks again for following me on Facebook. Of course, one of the greatest amenities in the Braemar Hills neighborhood is Braemar Golf Course. People are already out swinging the sticks, enjoying this beautiful spring weather. So let's talk about the market news. In the Twin Cities, take a look at the chart here. Closed sales up 20% year to date. Wow, that is a great figure, chasing about the same amount of inventory as last year. And as a result, median price is finally stabilizing in the 7-county metro. $142,000 was a median price last year. This year, $139,000. That bodes well for everybody. Now let's take a look at the Edina housing market. Closed sales up almost 50%. Amazing. Chasing a little bit more inventory, but still demand is outstripping supply, and that means positive movement for price. You can see here median price up 17% in Edina. We are simply outshining the other markets due to the quality of life, the well-run city, the school district, and all the other amenities we've talked about before, location also being one of them. Compare that to the rest of the Southwest Metro. West Bloomington down 18% median price year over year. Eden Prairie down 16% year to date. Southwest Minneapolis down 9%, and Calhoun Isles down 17%. So once again, great to be in the city of Edina, great to own real estate here, and I encourage anyone who doesn't to do so now. We'll have a special treat for you today. I'm up at one of my upper bracket houses in Lakeville. This is 18130 Janivar Court, listed for $799,900, sold in less than 7 days. And I'm here to interview Cindy Montgomery from Show Home Staging, who is one of my partners and a great help in getting the property sold. So let's take a look at what Cindy has to say about her business.
Hey,
Hi, Josh. Cindy, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
You ready to see this beautiful house?
I am, and thank you so much for being on Edina Vlog.
You're welcome.
This is Cindy Montgomery with Show Homes of Minneapolis and, as I understand, La Jolla.
That's right.
One of the best stagers in the Midwest and a very successful partner. We've been working together on staging of upper bracket homes, and actually you do every level of home.
That's correct.
So tell me how you got started in this business. I know you said you had some design background and then you kind of fell into this business, as it were.
That's right. I've been designing for about 35 years, and basically Show Homes has given me an outlet to do everything that I love.
So you were doing interior designing before this, and then just kind of got caught up with working in homes and thought, hey, this would be a great business model.
That's right.
So why did you pick Show Homes in particular? Because as I understand, it's a pretty successful national franchise.
Correct. We've been #1 for 4 years in a row.
Okay.
So our concept is that we design homes that are vacant and on the market for sale.
Yep.
And we also design homeowner occupied properties. So whatever it is in designing or staging, I would call show homes first, because we have some great options for pricing and structure for homeowners.
So let's talk about all of this. I'm going to show the website here. Right in the front page, it talks about the points of differentiation. You just mentioned a few. You do whole home staging, first of all. Second of all, you have a very different fee structure, no monthly fees and no upfront fees.
That's right.
And you also do fabulous catered agent tour open houses. So talk about some of the things that makes show homes different.
Part of our service of what we provide is that we, after the home is fully staged, it's always a full house staging to detail. So we always have, if the homeowner decides they want a home manager, for instance, the home manager pays for utilities, lawn care, snow removal, and they also maintain the home in a show to sell condition 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. So this is a real advantage for people who have vacated their homes and
might live in another place and don't want to maintain it.
Right. We carry a $2 million general liability policy on every show home, plus a $500,000 damage, and we've never had a claim in Minnesota or anywhere.
So with a home manager, you're doing the whole house staging, but then you have someone associated with your business that's staying here, that's watching after the property and keeping it in showing condition for the showings that occur.
That's correct. Our main business model is with utilizing an executive level person with great furniture.
Okay.
And then we design their furniture to the home, creating a model home atmosphere.
Oh.
Now, if the homeowner decides they do not want a home manager, it's a little more expensive, but everything is due at closing.
So what's the difference in percentage between a home manager and just your general staging solution?
First of all, most of our homeowners want a home manager who, because it's a less expensive staging. In other words, it's 0.75% with a home manager managed property and $1,500 setup fee that can also, all of it goes to closing. There's no monthly fees.
So it's all on the back side.
That's right.
Okay, and then the general staging?
And if a homeowner wants to have, does not want a home manager, then it's 1.25% at closing plus the setup fee of $1,500.
And 1.25% of the list price.
That's correct, at closing.
Seems like a bargain considering most of these homes are getting sold within a couple weeks. Tell me about your track record right now, what you're finding.
Well, lately we've been selling pending all of our houses within 2 weeks. I mean, we are just, as soon as they come on, they get designed, and even in the marketplace, they've been on for sometimes a year and longer. But when they get designed and staged and they look better than the rest, that's why our houses are selling.
And there are a lot of vacant houses out there, so the competition is at an extreme disadvantage when they're sitting next to a show home's property.
Oh, absolutely. There's no comparison between a vacated listing and one of our designed houses.
And so just as a comparison model, we can actually use this house because we have a before and after pictures. And why don't you walk us room by room kind of how you transformed this place into this beautiful model that we find today.
Okay. So here we are in the living room, and as you remember, Josh, this space was empty.
And cold.
And so, you have this beautiful surroundings of outside and in. So we wanted to just create this conversation area around the fireplace. I bring in some great detail with sailboats and nice mirrors and beautiful artwork and furnishings to enhance the saleability of this house.
And the style you chose was Tuscan, which works really well with the style of this house. Does that work with other styles as well?
Well, with designers, it's very important that we find the matches for the right home. The class and style of your home has a right style of furnishings in it. So for this house, yes, it works in this house. It doesn't work for every house.
Sure. All right, let's move on to the next room.
Okay. Here we are in the great room, and then when we first came here, it was just sort of mishmash of the homeowner's furnishings, and so we had brought the furnishings out and then brought our own in, as well as bringing some great accessories, artwork, and home furnishings.
And what are you trying to evoke in the space for the buyer?
Well, it's really important on all of our houses. We really try to do resort bedrooms and living spaces and spa bathrooms, so it's really a great sanctuary that we try to build up for the buyer to see.
And that makes them eager to buy because they envision themselves relaxing and enjoying the space, even though they might not have the furniture.
That's right. That's right. Even though they may not get the furniture along with the house, they already have that in their mind that they can live in this great resort, relaxed environment.
Wow, that's great. All right, let's move on downstairs.
Okay. Here we are in the lower level, and as you remember, Josh, this was a very, almost an empty space. There was one sofa here that we just decided to take out and start fresh, and so we brought in all the beautiful accessories, really tried to create this warm environment and fun environment. So we brought in pool tables and billiards and just some, you know, fun things that families and friends could enjoy. And
chess table and the foosball and all these different things.
That's right. And so also a huge sectional.
Yep.
And we also do all of the bedrooms. Every single space is designed, and we're trying to still do the resort style, making a person feel like they're in this great
luxurious resort. Yeah, it's sanctuary. Yep.
Actually, it does make you feel that way.
It made me want to go to sleep just being in those rooms.
That's right.
And then also I see that you
watch a movie and sleep.
Exactly. But I also see you have little foodstuffs around and pop, and it really looks like someone lives here. That's important as well to the consumer, isn't it?
It really is. Actually, even if you look into the cabinets and stuff, everything has a meaning, and it's not cluttered, and people are going to look inside your cabinetry cupboards and closets. They will look, and so if you have things on the counter, it helps them to decide, wow, this is great because we can be a part of this fun environment and have things to drink and party and just
they can visualize the experience themselves.
They sure can.
Wow.
The next big football game.
Right. I want to thank you so much again for the tour. I think it was very helpful to people out there to see the impact that staging can have on a house. Certainly it was transformational in this case and helped the property to sell much faster.
Thank you for having us.
You bet. So for the viewers out there that might be thinking about choosing a staging company now, what things should they keep in mind?
Well, you really need to have the seller look at costs. All of our fees are due at closing, so we don't get paid if the house doesn't sell.
These other companies are monthly, so they can start to get
it can all add up.
Okay.
They have a lot of the other companies have setup fees and tear down fees and monthly fees, and
so nickel and dime and nickel and dime.
It truly does. It adds up very quickly. So it's one-time fee at closing plus a setup fee, and we also carry insurances, $2 million general liability insurance on every single show home plus. Or else if it's more expensive, then of course we cover that as well. And a $500,000 damage and no claims.
So people should watch out and make sure that company has adequate liability insurance.
It's extremely important.
And then of course reputation and results. And I think you talked a little bit about that.
Well, we have excellent results. Our houses are selling extremely fast, and our homes are beautiful, and that's why they're selling so fast.
So if they wanted to see more of your work, what's the website address they can go to?
www.showhomesminneapolis.com, and look at our gallery of all of our beautiful pictures.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming out to Lakeville today. And I look forward to seeing you at the sale of another Show Homes property. Thanks so much for joining us again for another episode. I want to thank my Spotlight business, Sydney Montgomery and Show Homes, of course. And before we go, take a look at this. A recent sale, 4409 Guilford in the Cornelia neighborhood, sold in 29 days, $430,000, which is 96% of list price. That's 6% higher than the average listed sale price in Edina. Would be happy to do that for you. Just give me a call anytime. And I look forward to seeing you here next time on Edina Vlog.